Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Esther. I'm going to teach you a 20-minute sort of mobilizing, energizing, active yoga class right now. Also, I want to introduce to you the 21 Mornings of Yoga program that's starting on the EkhartYoga website. It's going to be 21 days. All the classes will be 20 minutes. They're energizing and active, and they'll be taught by a mix of teachers, so you get to know different teachers, which is great. This is a great way to install a healthy habit of doing something for yourself for 20 minutes and to also begin to feel in your body the difference that 20 minutes in your day can make to the rest of the day, to your life, basically. You can sign up for email reminders. There's pop up here somewhere, or there'll be a link below in the description. I hope you'll join us. There'll be a whole bunch of us doing it, and we'll be talking about it in the Facebook group, so it'll be really motivating to do it. And it's great to notice in 21 days how your strength and your mobility and your resilience increases. So, yeah. But first of all, now enjoy the class that I'll teach. This is also the first class of the program. Thank you so much for listening and enjoy the class. So come and stand with your feet on a comfortable distance apart so you feel steady. And open the soles of your feet. Let your tail become heavy and reach up through the crown of the head at the same time. And let's close our eyes for just a minute. If closing the eyes is uncomfortable, open them, take your gaze down and soften the gaze. Imagine your body empty. So we're literally just emptying ourselves out before we start to practice. You can imagine exhaling anything tight, anything busy in your head, any sort of things in the way, just let them flow out through the fingertips, through the soles of the feet into the earth. And the earth is well capable of transforming all of your stuff into something positive, so don't worry about that. Just empty yourself out. Imagine everything just streaming out of you, everything you're ready to let go of. Inhaling. Exhaling through the mouth with a bit of a sigh. Emptying the body. The body is more than 90% space anyway, so it's more the thoughts and our ideas and beliefs that make it tight and congested, so just let it all go. Okay, wonderful. And then very gently start to shake the hands, just to get the chi, the energy moving, your elbows. Shake your shoulders and then shake the body. So you might keep the ball of the feet on the floor and the heels. You might straighten and bend your legs very quickly, or the heels may come off the floor, as long as you keep one part of the feet on the floor, the ball. And shake gently. Let that shake come into the neck, the shoulders and the head. So we're just mobilizing chi, mobilizing energy, so that once we start moving, the body is already a little open. Another few deeper breaths with an exhale through the mouth. And come to stillness. Wonderful. You'll mobilize the shoulders. So just going to bring all of your awareness into your shoulders. Really sink your mind in a way into your shoulders. And then you can bring your shoulders forward and up and back and down. Forward and up and back and down. And all of your awareness is in the shoulder area. You're not doing anything specific with the rest of your body, but you're not keeping it still either. So the rest of the body can just help that movement. Wonderful. And stop for a moment, bring your attention to your shoulder blades. So become your shoulder blades. And you're now moving from the shoulder blades, so press the shoulder blades forward. Lift them up, bring them back, and concentrate. So you're moving from the shoulder blades. And we're only moving one way today, backwards, because most of our daily slump, the shoulders are forward, so we don't need to emphasize that right now. So moving from the shoulder blades up to the point where the shoulders are becoming a little heavy and a little tired, and keep your attention. So this is also a concentration practice. Keep your attention in the shoulder blades, moving from that part. You press them forward, up, you lift them away from the back and down. Press them forward, up, lift them away from the back and down. One more. Okay, and then bring your attention into your neck. Move your head a little bit and then just move your head from side to side. Keep your attention really in the neck. This way we really bring awareness into the connective tissue in the fascia. You might go not as far because you're much more present, but all of the fascia is being stimulated, so it's better. Back to center just for a moment, right ear to right shoulder, lift up, left ear to left shoulder, lift up. Keep your awareness right there where you feel it. Wonderful. And we'll do a spinal wave. I'll show you from the side. This is one of the healthiest things for the spine. And it's standing, so your feet are about shoulder width. You're just going to bend your knees, and then you're going to thrust your pelvis forward and let that send a wave up through the spine as the rest of the spine follows. So knees bend, thrust the pelvis forward, and then begin to straighten and let that movement. So when you thrust it forward, there's a rounding in the lower back, and then that wave sending up through the spine. Keep your chin to your chest. You're not letting your head go back. And bending through the knees again a couple of times. There we go. So see the control I'm keeping in my neck. Thrust the pelvis forward, keeping the chin down. My chin lifts maybe a little, but my head does not go backward. It's better for the neck if you don't do that. So let that movement move through the spine. And I can feel it coming right up into the neck underneath the skull. And I do not need to move my head back for that. One more time. And another. Okay, and we'll do that one more time. And this time, right at the top, you lift your heels up a little bit so you create that extra length in the spine. So again, bend, thrust it forward, and come up on the toes a little bit and come down again. So right at the end, when you feel the movement going up, I'm not doing anything with the shoulder specifically. My body just moves itself. I'm just putting a little bit of effort into becoming light on the heels to create that extra bit of length. And there is some control in my neck, where I keep my chin down in the beginning and I let it lift a little, but not a lot. Okay, wonderful. Take a moment to feel. And then we roll the waist. So we're actually rolling the hips, but the focus is on the waist, between the hip bone and the ribs. So you can just move your hips to the left and then feel that space between hip bone and ribs open, and then move the hips forward. You're opening the front of the belly. So we're opening the waist of the body, and as you move your hips back, you're opening the back, the sides of the back. And the rest of the body just helps to feel the sensations in the waist. You can just allow the breath to find its natural rhythm and flow in this. You might feel when you move forward with the hips that the in-breath comes, but maybe it's the other way around for you. It doesn't really matter. All of your awareness is now soaked into the waist. We're opening the waist. Okay, in the other direction as well. Opening the waist, really trying to feel into the tissue, the connective tissue in that area of the body. Wonderful. And come back to neutral. And then one more shake out the legs. And I bet you already feel different from before. We come onto all fours. On all fours, take a cat-cow. So as you're inhaling, lift your chest, the belly comes down, lift your sit bones, lift your head. Exhaling round the spine. One more time. And exhale, pressing the floor away a little as you exhale and drawing your hands a little towards the knees as you inhale. And come back to neutral. Then place your hands a little further forward. Your fingers are nicely spread. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift the heels and then press the heels back while the knees are lifted. Press the heels back. And you find yourself in a downward dog and just walk it out here for a moment. And notice your breath and all of your attention in the backs of the legs that you're targeting. Let your head hang, the neck relaxed, and feel the opening in the backs of the legs. Inhale, maybe a full stretch and the heels are lowering. Maybe not a lot, but just to energize the backs of the legs. And exhale, knees to the floor. Keep your toes tucked. Bring the hips back. Keep your arms outstretched in front of you like this. And then place your right hand behind your head. Inhale, open yourself up to the ceiling with the elbow. And exhale, bring the elbow more or less towards the floor underneath the left arm. So we're turning. Inhale, open it up. Exhale. You're keeping the spine nice and long. Great. And then place your right hand down. Place your left hand behind your head. Inhale. Open to the left, exhale, elbow down and under. Inhale, open, exhale. One more time. And place your left hand. Inhale, come back onto all fours. Take your right arm up, inhale. Palm is facing in and at the top, you turn the arm so the palm is facing out. And you bring the arm down along the back. Inhale, come back up with the palm facing out. You have to turn the shoulder to bring the arm down. Wonderful. Place the right hand down. Take your left leg back. Turn the left heel to the floor. Shoulder blade on the back. Inhale, take your left arm up over the head. Turn to the ceiling. Exhale, make a big full circle with that left arm. Right arm is strong and steady. Left arm circles around. One more time. And place your left hand down. Good. Then we do the same with the left hand. So now the left arm lifts up in front, palm facing in at the top, turn in the shoulder joint, arm back down along the back. Up again. And one more time. Inhale, lift. Turn, exhale down. Inhale, lift along the back. Turn, exhale down. Place that left hand. Stretch your right leg back. Bring the heel down. Weight onto the left arm. Shoulder blade in. Circle with the right arm. Up and open. You push your left foot all the way wherever you want it to. Circle 3 times. And come back to neutral. Inhale, tuck your toes under again and exhale, downward dog. Now, as you're inhaling, bring the feet together and lift your right leg up. Keep a little bit of buoyancy underneath your belly and feel what's happening in your body. You feel your right buttock stretched. You keep your buttocks a little, the outer right hip a little down. Doesn't have to be fully down. And then you step your right foot forward and you bring your left knee to the floor. And then draw your right foot in, so it's underneath your knee, and your left hip is also on top of the left knee, so it's a right angle here. Bring your left arm up and engage your left glute. Your pelvis is neutral. Right hand can be on the right leg. Inhale and exhale, take a side bend over to the right. Take a breath here or 2. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, walk your right foot forward, place your hand down and take a twist. Inhale, and then as you're exhaling, bring both hands down on the inside of your right foot, turn a little towards the long wall and take a squat for as much as feels right. Good, take a squat for a moment to the other side. Walk your hands along with that. Come back to the front And turn back to the front of the mat, downward dog. Inhale, take your left leg up, feet together. Little bit of buoyancy underneath the belly. So we're not collapsing in the low back. And feel also how that allows the left hip to stay in place somewhat. And you feel the work in the left buttock. And then step your left foot forward. Bring the back knee down. Come up and move your left foot back. So again, you've got a right angle here. And your right hip is over the right knee. Lift your right arm up. Stretch it up. Let the shoulder blade lift. Engage that right buttock. Exhale. You take a side bend to the left and stay and feel the opening along the front of the left body, all the way into the belly. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Walk your left foot out. Lean forward, place your right hand down. Take a twist open to the left. Inhale. And then exhale, bring both hands down. Turn to the front of the mat or to the long side of the mat. And bend into your left knee for a side squat. Then walk your hands over to the other side, squat on the other side. Walk your hands back to the front, turn again, and step back, downward dog. Inhale, from downward dog, come to plank. So bring the weight forward, shoulders over the wrists. Front of the body is lifted. Press from the shoulders out through the hands. Exhale, knees down. And lower the body to the floor. Elbows come back as you do that. Inhale, hands a little forward, strong legs. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, lift the chest up. Draw the hands a little towards the body. Lengthen the spine, make a little bit of a movement in the head. Legs are active, press the toes down. Buttocks is active. Find some freedom in the spine here. Inhale. Exhale, come back down. Bring the arms back. And as you're inhaling now, lift up your head, your shoulders, your arms, and your legs. Feel the strength that it takes in the back body to do this and stay. As you're inhaling, you can draw your hands along the body to the front. If that's okay, maybe only halfway, depending on how that feels, that load on the spine. And exhale, draw them back. Let's do that one more time. So you might only draw them a little bit. Let the sensations feel good. And back. One more time. And back. And come down. For a moment, rest your head on your hands. And shake your hips from side to side to release. Inhale. Right back into downward dog. And walk it out one more time. Step your left foot forward, turn to the front of the mat. Maybe you want to turn your right foot forward. Just see, so you can end up seeing me and come into a goddess squat with the toes pointing out and the hands on the legs. So find your stance that feels stable, comfortable with a stretch on the inside of the thighs. Hands on the legs, exhaling. Left shoulder comes forward, right shoulder moves back and you look behind you. Inhale back. Exhale to the other side. A couple of times in your own rhythm. Okay, come back to neutral. Place your right elbow underneath the left and we make big circle. One way and a big circle. The other way. Good. Inhale, arms up. And now the left arm on over the right, the other way anyway. And then one circle, one way. And the other circle, the other way. Okay. Open into a warrior two for just a moment. So we're really getting some work in the legs here. Open into a reversed warrior, opening the left side. We've done a lot of work on the waist. And come back. Open to the other side, warrior two. Inhale, lift the right arm up, open the waist on the right side. Big breath. Feel the freedom of that and come back into a goddess with the hands in front of your heart. Nice. Then turn back to the front of the mat. Place your hands down. Step back to a downward dog. And knees down. Big toes together, rest in child pose. Inhale, come up. Extend your legs out in front. Lift up. Bend the knees and draw the heels towards yourself. And then bending from the hips, but letting that stretch come into the whole spine, into a forward bend. And you can stay here. If you want a different sensation, you can decide to extend your legs as well. Take a few breaths, let the body quiet. And the mind as well. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, you can lie in Savasana or come into a seated position. We're coming to the end of the class. And notice how you feel. So you can sit up straight or lie down. Noticing how you feel. So this class should have given and mobilized most parts of your body and especially opened the side waist and around the waistline. You might feel spacious. And grounded. And just rest in that and enjoy that feeling. A lot of the times we are a little bit contracted around the waist. You might remember what that feels like to have some sort of spaciousness around the waist and the feeling you have mobilized and opened that area. Give space to the breath to be deep and full and relaxed. And in a way it gave space for the mind to sink naturally, and the energy to sink naturally down through the waist into the lower belly. I hope you enjoyed this short class. Thank you so much for spending time with me and practicing with me. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.